Moving on, guys. So, I sent an article right not too long ago. Yeti, do you remember?
I saw it, but I didn't read it.
It was. Oh, you didn't read
To be
it.
honest,
It's basically
yes.
this article that talks about the effects of the Me Too movement in Wall Street so far. It's a Bloomberg article, and I'll probably post the link. But basically, they interviewed a bunch of these Wall Street guys, and they said that a lot of them have been kind of gearing up for this Me Too thing, and fearing the effects of Me Too accusations within their industry. They're starting to deploy things like tactics, like they try not to have female mentors, female mentees,
Which is terrible.
which in corporate America is something that's very important if you want to move on.
Exactly.
Your
So
mentors
now the women have to
are
suffer
very
because
important.
of the Me Too era.
Um,
That's terrible.
What else did they say? Like they said, like
No more dinners
They
with
like
female
they try not to
colleagues.
have dinners
Don't
with
sit next to
female
them on hotel
colleagues.
flights.
Yeah, they tend to, and it's their own. Now I'm not saying it's right, but it's their way of. It's like a defense mechanism. Is like their way of protecting themselves against any possible accusations, right? I mean, is that a
But
safe?
the average woman doesn't go around accusing random people.
Yeah, but what do you know? What we don't know. What we don't.
The
but then-
numbers of the false rape accusation thing is really low. It's like out of all the rape.
Wait, so with
Can I-
this
can
thing,
I-
sorry, who's
the-
this supposed to protect?
Exactly.
Who's
Them?
this protecting?
Who's it protecting?
themselves,
See,
as
like-
far as they're concerned.
That's,
from-
that's cowardly.
Yeah,
That's
it is.
terrible.
It is.
You can't
It is.
because you can't hold your own self.
I should now
You
suffer.
now suffer.
No, but then they're also scared of fake accusations
But the
too.
fake accusations are
It's
not
not
that
just-
a lot,
Yeah, but-
though.
fake
No,
accusation.
I don't know about that. I don't know.
Okay,
What's
let
your
me
stat
tell
on
you,
it?
It's like, okay, out of the 100% of the rape,
Yeah.
the percentage of the false one is like 5%.
What's
I'll
your
find it
source?
for you.
Okay, so,
actually, it's terrible that what?
I understand.
That's
I
ridiculous.
understand.
I'm sorry.
I
What?
What's your
understand.
stat on that?
I'll find it for
Accusations.
you.
Accusations is a problem. So I can understand.
They're just trying to protect themselves.
Yeah,
That's all. I'm not
but-
justifying it. I think there are ways that you can conduct yourself without having to
Accusations can be
unfairly
you can
punish
say-
women that have nothing to do with it. But this is the reality. This is the effect of
It
Me
is.
Too.
It is. But this is the
This
easiest
is the
way
effect.
out
Look,
for
when
them.
you see a guy on
This
TV
is the easiest
get
way out for
destroyed
them. Yeah.
on a false accusation, it'll knock some
So
sense into you.
for them,
But
it's,
no one
it's-
gets destroyed, really.
Oh,
They
yes,
still go
people
on to
get
live their
destroyed.
lives.
Oh yeah,
and
people
who?
get destroyed
Like of
from
who?
false accusations.
Kavanaugh
Even-
is still the judge.
Even
No,
do you think
but-
Kavanaugh is the only one? No.
Most of the people, no one.
No,
Like,
a lot
I
of
like to say no
people-
one gets cancelled. I'm
a lot
sorry.
of
no
people
one gets
have gotten
You
cancelled.
who?
This
And
guy,
it
this
stayed
guy has
cancelled.
still
No
not been
one
able to
stayed-
come out.
Who?
What's his name? Louis C.K.
He just had a performance.
Louis
How long
C.K.
did-
Louis C.K.
He's
He
is
still
just
back
had
now.
a. He's
no,
back.
but he,
What are you
yeah,
talking about?
Yeah, he's doing
back.
shows. He's doing
He's
like
back, he's
yeah.
back.
He just started doing shows. He just
And
started
nobody
doing
is
shows.
not cancelled.
He's not back on TV.
No one's
He doesn't have a
cancelled.
show.
Trust me.
He lost his show. He lost a lot of things
Because
He
of
lost
what he
all
did,
his
though. But those weren't
endorsements.
false accusations. Those actually happened.
this
And
was
what did he do?
false accusations.
What do you mean? What did he do?
He did something. He apologized for
masturbated in
them,
front of
and he
people.
lost his
Okay.
job.
And
Yes.
he shouldn't have.
Yeah,
Actions
and by
have
the way, he
consequences,
already
Corey.
apologized to those women before the story even came out.
Okay,
Look,
that doesn't
let's
mean
not
you
even
don't
get
suffer the
into it.
consequences.
This
What are
is
you
the
saying,
reason-
Corey?
This is the reason
Are you
why-
serious
Corey,
right
that's where
now?
we
lost-
disagree.
He lost.
What?
He lost.
Corey, that's where we
his-
disagree. Obviously,
he
there are
lost his
consequences-
livelihood.
There are
Of his
consequences
actions,
Period.
to some of these
What?
things.
These
but
weren't-
We shouldn't use it to kill you or hold you ransom for life. So
And he's back.
But if you've
He's not being held
apologized-
ransom for that life.
He already
And they
apologized.
accepted
Do you,
it.
wait, do you even know what he did?
no, I don't know what he did. What did
He exposed himself.
First of all, he asked the woman
multiple times.
if he could expose himself, and she thought she was joking, and she said yes, and he exposed himself. It was something so stupid.
That's stupid.
Yes,
That's
it
actually
was something
assault.
so stupid.
That's sexual
and
assault.
then
You know
he
that, right?
apologized for it.
Sexual
right?
assault is not stupid.
He apologized for this thing, right? I'm not trying to defend anything.
Wow, this
You
guy-
are.
No,
What are you
no,
saying?
no.
Sexual
it
assault
doesn't-
is
it's
stupid.
why all
Sexual
these-
assault is
it
sexual
doesn't
assault.
have to be.
But
End
why-
of story.
why-
No.
with all,
What are you
wait, with
talking
all that
about?
money,
No.
why are all these guys like creeps and weirdos?
They're
man?
creeps.
Like,
I'm sorry.
There are a lot
I'm
of
not
creeps
actually
out
there.
not
With all that
sorry.
money,
There are a
He's
lot
a
of
girls-
creeps out there.
And
So
that doesn't mean I would
she
now
agreed. She
coddle
agreed,
them.
right? She said yes,
That
and
one.
she was surprised, and she was kind
There
of
wasn't
shocked
like
about
5
it.
women
She was
that did
kinda
it.
shocked
5
about
women
it.
he did it too.
Look. Well,
Please,
yeah,
Corey.
yeah. Please,
Please,
name all 5. Name
Go
all
on.
5.
Anyway,
You don't even know the
so
story.
over the past 20
Most of
years,
them, he asked them. He asked them before he did it. I'm not saying it's right, but he apologized, and then he wrote a letter to them before it even came out. Before it was even out there, he said, "Look, I apologize for my actions. You know what still happened to him? He got canceled. He lost his job. He lost everything. He's not the only one. Aziz Ansari too. He was someone too. He lost his show. And it was based on a bad date.
Aziz Zone, that one, that's the one.
So
That's
people,
the one that I don't
people
like.
trying to protect themselves.
That's
even
the
though,
one
yes,
I don't like.
I don't like the way they're doing it in Wall Street. It doesn't take away from the fact that there are things out there that are signaling that they could be falsely accused.
But you see, here's what's going on. This is the reason why. And let's address this.
Kavanaugh went through the mud.
Let's forget Kavanaugh. Let's talk about Aziz Ansari, because that was one person that I say was innocent in the situation, because we've spoken about it before, I think. To talk about it is not
I'm not sure we've spoken
okay,
about it.
But Aziz was the situation. Anyways, with Aziz, it was a bad date on her path. And what happened is when he came out, on her part, my bad, when she came out, the companies, they were like, well, before we even do any investigation or anything, let's just cut this guy off.
Yes.
That's the part I don't like.
He lost the show?
Yeah, he lost his show has not come back since he lost his
The HBO show?
not the
Netflix.
HBO, the Netflix
I mean,
one.
Netflix show.
Yes.
But he's on tour right now, making money.
Yeah,
He's
he's
been
a
on tour.
comedian.
He's on tour himself, though.
All
He's
I'm
been on
saying
tour
is
himself.
someone
Well,
gets
hold
he's
on.
not allowed to be a
End of
comedian.
story.
He's on tour himself. Aziz is on tour
On a
like
bad
on
date?
his own, like he's on his own dime. Like he gets his
And
tour
you're
bus
surprised
he's
why
making
himself.
money
Wait,
because
he gets his tour. Wait, he
Do
gets his
not-
tour bus himself and parks in the parking lot. You know when this guy was doing comedians in cars? What's his name?
Yeah.
Jerry Seinfeld.
Jerry Seinfeld. Yeah, he had to go meet him in one of his in his tour bus in a parking lot of like a Walmart or something. That guy is. I'm sure he was doing way better than that. I'm sure
So
brands
you're
don't want to touch
saying
him now.
he's
Brands have
doing
left him
bad?
alone. They've
He's
left
not
him
doing
alone.
bad. I just went on
But
his
anyways,
Instagram. All his shows are sold out.
Anyways,
Of course.
let's
Because
go.
people actually appreciate the fact that he's
No.
being
This
real.
is
No,
like-
he's not canceled. That's
Wait,
what I
He's
mean.
being real, bro.
wait.
He's been cancelled in terms
R.
of
Kelly's
He's not
not
cancelled.
commercial.
Yes, in
His
terms of
shows are
commercial.
selling out.
Yes, in terms of commercial
I bet.
He's
success.
cancelled
That's the
in terms of
difference.
commercial success.
I would still say he has commercial success if his shows
No,
are selling out.
He doesn't
How
have
much
commercial
is
success.
how much? Do you know why? Do you know
He's
why?
not in-
Do you
he's
know
not in
why?
commercials like he was
Like
before.
Corey just said. Do you know why?
Period.
Do you know why Kevin Hart is not the funniest comedian, but he's the richest comedian because of commercial
Yes.
success. He's
right
Kevin
now,
Hart
he's
is not
being-
the
it's being
fittest
threatened. It's
person,
being threatened.
but he has the shoe deal, like a comedian having a shoe deal, all that stuff. If something comes out properly, and that's why he probably did apologize, damages
He knows.
this commercial
He
success.
knows.
Kevin Hart can still come out and say, laugh at my pain 3 or whatever, and push it himself, Plastic Boys, whatever their thing is, and he will still sell out. But
That's
he's
successful.
not getting but he's not
That's
getting
not successful?
Netflix. He's not getting Netflix to give him 100 million or however much million they give for the rights of the show, because now everything is on him. So he's lost something.
Aziz will be
Guardians
fine.
of the Galaxy.
He's lost
the
something.
director. He said some pretty
But
horrific things too.
Aziz,
He lost his gig.
so what's not happening now is what's not
things
happening now,
happen.
the immediate reaction is let's cut them loose, and you loose and you go. So now these CEOs of Wall Street is thinking, well, the easiest prevention is better than cure. And unfortunately, that's not, people are going to suffer. But they're thinking, well, let's just not put
Can you
ourselves in
imagine
that
Wall Street
situation.
too? Wall
so
Street that people already hate.
I don't have to, and it's not good. It's not. So both
not
sides
good,
have a
But I'm
thing
just
to
saying
play.
this is
But
what happens
I feel
when-
it's an easy, cowardly way to deal with the situation. It's like, look,
Okay, so I
It's
found
totally
the
keep them
numbers.
out, keep them
Over
outside.
the past 20 years, only 2 to 10% of rape accusations have been
Where are the
fake.
stats coming from,
2
though?
to 10. I'm
that's
telling you right
but that's
now.
a very
It's
vague
US
two.
study.
So it could be 2, it could be 10.
Okay, so even 10,
It's
10%. Okay, that is of all the rape.
Whenever they
is
start
fake.
giving those kind of
No.
ranges,
That's not. By the
I'm cool on that, my G.
FBI, according to the FBI, 8% is what the FBI is saying.
Yeah.
So that's not a lot of 100% of rape.
Yeah, but
8%.
so
I beg,
because it's not
please.
a law, we shouldn't worry about
Anyway,
being falsely
continue.
accused.
It just shows that people don't falsely accuse people. End of story.
It's
is what
until your
I'm trying to
family
tell
member
you.
gets falsely
I
accused.
beg.
That's when you realize that you're part of the 8%. It happens.
Okay.
It's a reality.
so you tell me people don't falsely accuse people?
I just gave you the.
She said it
stats.
doesn't matter.
Do you
It's only
see- do you
8%,
see-
sir.
do you see
It doesn't
the-
matter
what's
according
the
to
one-
her.
Does
what's
not
the one
matter.
I
But
saw?
compared to
Then
people
what are you
that are
saying? It's
actually
only
getting
8%?
raped,
Did you see
Are
the
you
guy?
serious
Wait,
right
wait,
now?
wait,
It's not a
wait,
binary
wait,
thing.
wait.
It's not.
First of all-
It's not an argument against people getting raped and people getting falsely accused.
wait,
Then
wait.
what
It's a
is it?
completely different matter. It's about we've talked about people that get raped. It's not right. We know as a society we punish for it. We punish people for it.
Do we
This is a
punish? No, we
completely
don't.
different
A
matter now.
freaking student
This
that
is
got raped, that got 12 months in jail.
can
What
I
kind of
finish?
punishment is that? No, you cannot
Can I
finish. Let
finish?
me finish what I was the one talking first. People
You're-
don't get punished.
now you're just virtue
Let me
signaling.
finish. How's that virtue signaling?
Now
Please,
you're just
Corey,
virtue signaling
keep your
because you're talking
Twitter.
about something that's completely unrelated.
Keep
You're
your
talking about
Twitter
people that get
language
raped.
to yourself,
You're
please.
talking about people that
Can
get.
I finish
that
what I'm
get-
saying? Can I finish what I'm saying?
Okay.
People that even get convicted of rape. Let me finish. don't suffer the consequences. You get 2 months in jail. That's a slap on the wrist. That's
and that's bad.
2 months in jail is not bad.
No. I'm saying that's bad.
So then, what are you
we
saying?
agree on that.
Even if you get convicted,
So
nothing's going to happen to you. End of story. Is what
Two
I'm trying
things
to
can
tell
be
you.
true. You know that, right?
Please,
but I agree on that. I'm not arguing against
So
that.
then what are you
I never
saying?
argued against that. I'm talking about the people that are getting falsely accused here.
So even if you're falsely accused and you
you're
go to
trying
jail, you get 2 months.
You're trying to diminish the effect of getting
What?
falsely accused
Please.
by citing that only 10% of people get falsely accused, and that is a weak argument.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
All right.
And then what you're now trying to do is you're not trying to bring up women that are getting raped to use as an emotional argument
How's that
against
emotional
why
argument?
the 10% shouldn't matter.
Who said
Look,
it shouldn't matter?
this is-
But 10% of
You're
people
not
over people that
prepared for
actually
this
getting
argument.
raped is ridiculous. That's all I'm saying.
All right, moving on.
Please.
Moving on.
Okay, so JT, what's the solution to how should Wall Street have handled it?
I don't think they should be making rules about, you can't sit on the same plane. That's ridiculous. I don't know how they should handle
these
it.
are the things
but
that
how about we do
What was that
actual
one-
classes of
What was that
don't
one that the email that the woman was sending emails and the guy was married also?
What happened? When was this?
There was who was I talking about? The Corey, were we talking about it one time?
the Fox News guy.
The Fox News guy.
Yeah. The woman was the one sending
woman
emails.
was
She
the one
accused
sending
him
emails,
falsely,
she
right?
accused him.
He lost his job.
Yeah, but it turns out she was the one.
She was the one that was actually trying to proposition.
Yeah,
Was
she's
this
the
black Fox
But
contributor,
they were
right?
both married.
She was a white. They were both married.
But they had an affair.
They were having an affair.
Yeah, and then
Right.
she
But then
said
she tried to
not
make it seem like
yeah.
this was something
trying to rape her or
this was something
something?
that she was
She was
coerced
cursed,
into.
yeah, that he wasn't. You see,
And do you know what happened, Wale? It was his wife that told him that no, you have to come out and tell her what really happened. The wife held him down still.
So
I was like, nah, you have to just
we
tell
need
the
to-
truth.
we
It
need
turns
to-
out this girl was one sending him emails, sending him nudes,
I saw those.
also falsely accused.
So and that's look, Wall Street is not dealing with this well. But what I can see from this is, as a CEO or as a top guy or whatever, exec or whatever in a company, it's easy for a girl. I mean, first of all, we see all this administrative, let's use that word, administrative assistants, that today she's an administrative assistant and then 2 years down the line she's almost running the company. Like, Alpha, what did this girl do in that 2 years? So it does happen. It happens.
promoting
Know
her?
it does happen.
Right.
We know it happens.
Yeah,
So-
but
And
what
sometimes
is
the
she
administrative
doing?
assistant doesn't have to do anything.
Doesn't have to do anything.
For it to happen. Sometimes
Right.
guys
Sometimes it just happens. Yeah, sometimes the guy
And
just give it to
sometimes
her.
she's-
So there's a
she
so
does
we
really
do
good at
so
her
we
job.
do yeah we do know that there some it's I don't want to say it's nature where men, some of these men in power do this, and then but also because of that nature, it's then becomes very believable when a woman wakes up one day and says, now Yeti's argument is that it doesn't happen often, but the problem is that these people say that even if it doesn't happen often, even if it's 1 in 10, right? Or 2 in 10, the fact that it can happen, they're thinking prevention is better than cure. Don't let me give her a situation where she can say,
well,
it
I'll be in a
happened.
position where
Don't let me
it
give
would
her a
happen.
situation where she can say, oh, it was after we had dinner, he said, because you're not recording these conversations, you're not doing this. That guy, if that guy didn't have emails, for instance, it's like, you understand, you're not in a situation where you can, but that's not the way to deal with it.
But you know that.
I see what you did there,
But-
and I like the
But-
way
That's not the way to
but-
deal
you
with it.
introduced that by giving that
But
example.
you know that
What?
most of the people that were actually harassed at work, nobody believes them. You know that, right? They actually are the
Nobody?
ones losing their jobs. And
Wait,
the man
most of
that
the
actually
people-
sexually
Where
Where
harassed
did you get
them,
these stats?
say,
Where did you get this
as
stats?
you know that,
no, please quote
can
it.
I finish what I'm saying?
No fake news here.
The Les Moonves, the CBS dude
Yeah,
that just
very
left,
bad, terrible.
he actually has been doing this for a long
Yes.
time, and people have
But
been
you just said
saying
most
stuff
people.
about it,
You just
and
said
nothing
most
happened
people.
to them.
Yeti, you just
Right?
said most people.
Yes.
Where did
But
you
there's
get your
a-
most
there's a-
people from?
but
Because
there's
it
a-
happens all the time.
Well, where
Corey.
did you get your most
no,
people
Please.
from?
But let's
Look,
let's
you
so
cannot
let's-
You know
use
that, right?
You cannot
Yes,
use
but
individual
no,
experiences
Corey, so
to
let's-
try to
let me-
make
let me-
assumptions
Corey, let
about
me
the
address
So you
population.
don't hear about all
So
this
you
happening
said
all the
most-
time.
most
Corey, let's
people.
address
You said
it.
most
Okay,
people.
but
Where did you get
when,
that stuff
we're in
from?
a time now
No
where
fake news.
there's a movement, and even though people target the Me Too movement, but there's a movement where people are
Unless
more,
movement was terrible, by the way.
hold on, no, people are more involved. So what happens is there's a larger audience now that is willing to at least say something
I can keep
about
going
it.
and giving more examples
So
if you want
what?
to
You
hear.
just said most people.
So because of
Anyway.
that,
You just said most
that
people. I'm not.
movement- That movement has made legit cases
Yes.
where women can feel empowered to come out.
Yes.
But that movement has also made cases where people were like, oh, I have a platform where I can just say
Which is wrong.
Which is wrong.
I don't
It's the
agree
same
with that
way
part.
when people were rioting for police brutality. Some idiot said that, this is an opportunity for me to loot.
Right, which is wrong. That doesn't mean we still don't
the situation was
protest,
created.
right.
Yeah, it doesn't mean you shouldn't protest. So I wouldn't say Me Too was a failure. I won't say
it's not a failure.
And by
I'm just
feminism,
saying
I
that
don't even mean.
I'm not saying it's a failure
because
either. I'm just saying it
I
has
call
its effects,
feminism
and
the
these
feminism
are
we
one of
talk
the
about
effects.
here on Twitter and stuff. It's a movement too. I don't think it really is feminism. I just think it's a movement also of a collective of people, and they feel stuff like that. Like I hear people tell you, oh, if I ask you you're a feminist and you say no you're not, I can't talk to you. I think that's stupid, because it's like you just want that tag. You don't even know what, because you want to be in a movement. And in the same way there was also Black Lives Matter. There's a different movement, but in the movement of Me Too, it gives space for this girl to say, hey, me and the boss were on dinner last night and he put his hand on my lap and he said this, he said that. That once that comes out from a tweet from somebody, damage control it's the guy, even if he didn't do it, there's a lot of backlash already.
Right.
And then some of these companies are cowards where
they
rather
don't
than them
investigate.
investigate, they just throw you away.
So then
and say,
that's the fault of who?
yeah, so these guys are now saying, man, in order not to be there, let's
Just throw it
prevent
out.
the situation.
Right,
And that's a
right.
wrong way
Like
to
look
deal
at
with it.
what's the E guy? Ryan Seacrest. Somebody accused him,
Yeah, falsely.
but he actually investigated, and they found out that it was fake, and they let her go or whatever. So why can't? So whose
No,
fault
but it
is
took
that?
a while though. No, he
But
first
they
got dragged.
but they still
Remember, he was on the red
investigated
carpet.
him, though.
Women wouldn't even talk to him on the red carpet.
People talk
His
to him.
reputation was
Correct.
tarnished. No, I remember there was that red carpet.
One
that happened
person
right
didn't talk to
afterwards.
him.
It wasn't just one person.
Please. People talked to him. He still was on there doing his
He was on the red
interviews.
carpet, and they all treated him like shit because they all assumed he was guilty.
He interviewed people, Corey. He didn't go there empty-handed. He interviewed folks.
Anyways,
Two people didn't talk to him. Okay.
Speaking of bad, no, I'm not trying to say. Look,
Anyway.
you gotta understand. I'm not trying to say there isn't bad behavior. Like I was going to give an example of where something actually happened, and it was actually terrible on our part, on the part of men, not all men. You know what I mean?
Go ahead.
But it was the one in the Ballon d'Or, right?
Oh,
The Ballon d'Or ceremony. Yeah, and that's
Go
what I'm saying.
ahead.
I'm not trying to say these things don't happen, but we should be able
But
to
the
look at them.
likelihood
We should
of,
be-
but
let
what
me
you're trying to
finish now.
finish-
Let
what
me
you're
let
trying
me
to say
finish. No, let me
is-
finish.
What
I
you're
let
trying
you
to say
talk,
is
Yeti.
what?
I
What
let
you're
you
trying to say
talk.
is that there's more false than
Yeah,
fake. The bad stuff that
You don't
happens
have time,
outweighs.
Yeti.
it
You're trying to
outweighs
censor what I'm
the
saying.
false
Can I-
accusations.
can I finish?
I agree with that. Yes or no?
Can I finish?
Can I?
So this lady,
quick question.
I don't know what you.
It doesn't
you
outweigh
didn't
it.
let me finish. You didn't let me finish.
Can I just ask you a quick
It's
question?
it's not always a binary thing. Is
So,
what I'm
but
saying.
doesn't
We
it
can talk about
outweigh
one thing.
the horrible people?
I'm not.
So
not,
it doesn't?
I'm not here to try to try to judge one against another. That's not the purpose of this.
So what's the purpose?
The purpose is to talk about these things. It's not about. We're not. You're always trying to pit one thing against
Nobody's
another.
pitting one thing
That's what you
another.
did.
No, I'm
That's
not.
what you did. You just did that.
That's
now.
not what I'm doing.
What
I'm
I should be able to
saying
talk about.
is-
I should be able to talk about. I should be able to talk about people that get falsely accused, and I should also be able to talk about people that actually
But
get
the people
victimized
that
in
get
one
falsely accused
shape
is
or the
not
other.
a lot of
We don't
people,
always
is
have
what
to
I'm
pit them
trying to
against
say.
each other. Whichever way you look at it, if someone is falsely accused and gets sent to prison, that person is also a victim.
Nobody
too.
gets sent to prison. Correct?
Yes, people get sent to
They get
prison.
1 month
Are
in
you
prison.
kidding?
Actually, act evidence.
Nobody
of being
gets
raping
sent to
somebody.
prison for being falsely accused.
2 months of prison
Wale,
is not.
are
I'm
you
sorry,
hearing what
but
you're
please.
saying? There are
What are you
people that are still
saying?
getting out from jail right now for being falsely accused.
The
A lot of
Stanford
black
kid
men. It
got
happens.
2 months in prison.
What are you talking about? You just said no one gets
Okay,
They
you
get
don't,
slapped
you
on
don't,
the face.
falsely
I'm
Wait,
sorry,
don't be
they don't-
calling Yeti you too young.
What?
You're now being very.
Yeti just said no
You're
one
saying-
gets sent to jail
now-
for being
now-
falsely
I didn't say
accused.
that.
Now you're being picky. You're talking about the Stanford kid. That guy, even if that guy killed somebody, you'll have probably still
Look,
gotten the same.
we don't have
we don't
time.
have much, but
But we need to move to the next topic.
Yeah.
We need to move to the next topic. I was going to mention that yes, the Ballon d'Or, right? The female winner, she came out and
Why you?
Go on.
no, because I need to get it out. She came out because I wanted to talk about it, but because you keep interrupting me,
Go
I haven't
ahead.
going to talk
Go
about
on.
it. She came out and she won her
What did
award.
she win
She's the
anyway?
best female player of the year,
Oh,
pretty
wow.
much.
Okay.
I think who was the male?
Modric.
Yeah,
Luka
Modric. And she won. She was out there, and the first thing the
thank
presenter asked her was,
Do you twerk?
"Can you twerk for us?" Now that's
That
an
was- yeah,
instance
that
that was just even I cringed.
I mean,
and that's what I'm saying. I'm not trying to say that these things don't also happen.
I'm
We
not
should be able to
defending him.
highlight all.
He did ask Mbappe to dance, but it's like, why couldn't you have just also asked her to
So
dance?
just dance.
dance.
Why
Why
twerk?
twerk? That's the thing. It's like Guy Alpha. Do you understand?
And for a show that's international,
Yeah,
like
that's
the whole world is watching.
What was
and
his
it's like
excuse? What was his
they
reason
already
for doing that
he
anyway?
apologized.
That's kind of-
So that's a good thing. And I think that's another thing. I think we need to give people the opportunity to be able to redeem themselves. And that's just.
And I do hope he learns from Boy, because
I hope he's gonna learn. He's definitely gonna learn. But that's an instance where we're just like, come on, dog. Like we're trying to like defend ourselves here. You're making it harder. You know what I'm saying? But I just wanted to point that out. The last thing I wanted to talk about was Songo update.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
So what
So
happened?
right now.